What is going on, everyone? I just finished watching Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, and I was completely disappointed. There was a lot of stuff that I thought was really bad about The Last Jedi. I came in super positive. I saw the Rotten Tomatoes reviews that was like 94%. And I was like, oh man, yes, I was so excited to watch this movie. Finished watching it and I was very sad. I was disappointed. I'm going to go over everything that I thought was wrong about the movie. Fair warning, spoilers ahead, so do not watch this video if you don't want any spoilers. I'm going to be talking about everything that happened in The Last Jedi. First things first, the connection between Rey and Ben, or Kylo Ren. So the whole movie at the beginning, Rey is on that island with Luke Skywalker, and Kylo Ren is on that main starship destroyer of Snoke's. And then they start noticing that they can talk to each other, even in these different locations. Even Ben or Kylo Ren was like, how is the Force able to connect us? And I was like, oh my God, this is the mystery. This is the thing that's gonna explain to them how are they connected and everything like that. Are they brother and sister? Or are they related somehow, like them being cousins? They were able to touch at a moment and then they felt connected. And even Luke barged in on them and even saw Kylo Ren touching like Rey's fingers like this. In the end, Snoke was like, oh yeah, I implanted those thoughts in your guys' minds so that you can bring Rey over here. Are you fucking serious? Are you serious right now? That was the stupidest explanation for their connection. I thought that was gonna be a greater point, like Rey and Ben are connected through blood, like they're brother and sister, like Luke and Leia. Because even when Luke turned on his Force powers for the first time in a while, he tried to feel out, and you hear Leia while she was in that coma, she's like, Luke. And I was like, that's the same thing that's happening between Rey and Ben. They're talking to each other and stuff. They're trying to connect in a way that's beyond the Force because they're blood relatives. But nope, doesn't end up happening. Made me so interested in what was going on, but in the end, the reasoning behind it just shit on me. It completely shit on my fucking face. Number two, the explanation of the Force. So going in it, there was a lot of theories and stuff. I thought I was right with this theory where like, they call it The Last Jedi because they're all about like, okay, Jedi just represents good, but there's also bad. But just like everything in life, there's always good and evil. They balance each other out. You can't have light without dark. You can't have good without evil. The first time that Rey gets a lesson from Luke, Luke's like, all right, close your eyes. Reach out and feel the Force. Like there's more to the Force than just good and evil. So she's thinking, she's feeling the Force. She's like, what do you feel? What do you see? I see warmth of the sun. I see the cold of the sea. I see the dead fossils in the earth feeding the new soil that grows into grass. So there's like that circle of life feel. That's why I was thinking, oh, okay, that's the key to move forward. That's why there's something wrong with the whole Star Wars franchise in the first place where the light side thought they were the best, but then it had to be overthrown by the dark side with Darth Sidious. But then Luke overthrew that with his dad, Anakin. But then because of this new piece, Kylo Ren, or Ben became Kylo Ren and overthrew the new Jedi Temple. Boom! It's happening over and over because there's not that perfect balance between light and dark. So even Rey, she's feeling out the Force, right? And then she sees this black hole, which represents the evil, the darkness, the dark side. She goes in it, and even like Luke has to be like, yo, what are you doing, man? You just let yourself out there and you just decided you wanted to jump in that black hole. And then Rey was like, oh, well, it was talking to me. It was calling me. Like, it wanted to tell me something. Nothing ever happened. They didn't explain that at all. In the whole fucking movie, you would think, oh, Rey is that balance between good and evil. Like, she understands the balance between it and that she can understand that both is needed to come together as one. But no, she's just fucking good. I didn't see one sign of her being bad. I didn't see one sign of her having glimpses of going to the dark side. Kind of like what Luke saw in Ben when he was training. So I was like, what the fuck? What's the whole point of all these signs in the movie showing the balance between light and dark? It was total bullshit. What's the point of this new explanation of the Force and why the Jedi must end? Or that's what we thought the whole movie was called, The Last Jedi. Number 3, Rey's parents are revealed. And they're absolutely nobodies. Are you serious? After 2 long years of teasing, who is Rey's parents? Who's Rey's parents? Is it Luke? Is it Han and Leia? Is it a Palpatine? Is it a Kenobi? Nope. Turns out they were just freaking gamblers and drunks that sold her into slavery. Probably to get high off more drugs and stuff. Oh my god. What kind of bullshit is that? You can't do that to this fucking franchise, to Rey. You would think there's like a deeper meaning to this. And then a lot of people came out of the movie saying, oh no, I think Kylo Ren or Ben Solo was just lying to her to get her on his side. Not really though. I feel like this was the plain simple answer. Like she's not important. She has no important like bloodline. She's just a normal person. She shouldn't really be in this story. I think they make that relevant. Like even Kylo Ren was like, you know this in your heart. You know there's no mystery. You are trying to look for a father in Han Solo or Luke Skywalker because they're important. They mean something to this universe. But you know in your heart, you're a nobody. You have parents that are nobodies, but you're important to me. That's why I want you to join the dark side, because you mean something to me. So that was the whole meaning to it. And then they make that relevant too in the Star Wars, because the bigger picture of Star Wars is anyone can have powers. The Force is everywhere. You don't have to be from a certain family to be powerful. Yes, the Skywalkers are a very important family where they all have light and dark sides. They all have really good gifts and stuff, but they're just saying the opposite for this. And you can clearly see it at the end of The Last Jedi. When you see that boy in the stables, he just uses the Force to grab that broomstick. He's a nobody, just like Rey. But that doesn't matter because the Force is everywhere. I get it. Yes, that's a good story to tell everyone in life. Like, doesn't matter where you come from. Doesn't matter your background. You're important. The choices you make you important. But what the fuck? Are you fucking serious? That's total bullshit, man. Are you saying all this time in The Force Awakens, the reason why Rey's like, I gotta go back to Jakku. I gotta go back to Jakku. It's because she still loves her, drunken, loser parents that left her out there to be sold into slavery? That's so bullshit. I don't understand. There's so many plot holes where she's in the island. She's like, I've seen this tree before. I know what this is. And then nothing happens. Nothing happens. She sees it in her dreams. You would think it's like an origin story. Maybe she was from that island or something. Nope. Turns out to be nothing. Number 4. Who the hell is Supreme Leader Snoke? Yes, they killed him in the movie, which I am totally fine with. But we know nothing about Supreme Leader Snoke. How did he become the Supreme Leader? Why is he so gifted in the Force? Why is he so powerful? Why is he so deformed and scarred? What the hell? Why don't they explain this shit? If he's so powerful, why the hell didn't he see a lightsaber gonna stab him right through the body? If he's so powerful, what the fuck? How was he able to turn Kylo Ren or Ben Solo to the dark side when Ben was training with Luke Skywalker in the new Jedi Temple? I don't understand. There is no communication between Luke and Snoke. They never talk to each other. They're just like, oh, he needs to be dead, he needs to be dead. Or they're saying, oh, Snoke's such an evil person, Snoke is such an evil person. Again, I have no problem with them killing Snoke. I just wanted to have more explanation of who he was as a character. They made it such a mystery in The Force Awakens with him being in a big-ass hologram, but really he's just a normal, average-size person. Kind of looks like Greg Popovich from the San Antonio Spurs. Why don't they answer this stuff? What were his motives? What made him go to the dark side in the first place? What is his identity? Number 5, The Last Jedi is 3 movies in one. You got movie number 1, the most important one, Rey discovering Luke and Rey trying to get her Force powers and her trying to become a Jedi. Number 2, you have Finn and Rose going on this crazy-ass adventure for them to destroy a tracking beacon. And number 3, it's back at the main Resistance ship where the ship is going completely nowhere, and that'll be 45 minutes of the whole fucking movie. I really hated this because scene after scene, I was so excited for race scenes. Every time they went to a race scene, I'm like, yes, all right, they're going to tell me more stuff about Rey's identity or the Force or the connection between Rey and Ben Solo or Kylo Ren. What is the connection with the Force? What is this balance between light and dark? What is Luke's redemption story about in this movie? Everything else in this movie is just fillers. The whole thing. Finn and Rose are completely useless in this whole movie. They're trying to destroy a tracking beacon. But before they do that, they have to find a code breaker. They have to find the code breaker that was mentioned. They couldn't find them. So what happens? They find another code breaker. They find them conveniently in the same jail cell. And what do you know? The code breaker is able to get out of jail with just one little coin, like bing, and then all the jail cells open. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? They get the code breaker back to the First Order ship. Rose's main goal as to why she's on this adventure is because we need the code breaker to open the door, and then I can do the rest. I can destroy that beacon. They open the door, and boom, there's people just waiting, saying, all right, everyone hands up, your plot has been stopped. That's it. Nothing ever happened. This whole story was for nothing. BB-8 was the most interesting character in that whole subplot of the movie. Everyone else was useless or helpless. BB-8 was saving them left and right, getting them out of this jam, getting them out of that jam, saving them from stormtroopers. BB-8 is the best. And then you got the other plot line, which is like back at the main Resistance ship. Post-story, Leia's in a coma. Who's in command now? New chick is in command and doesn't explain anything to anyone. Poe is pissed that he doesn't know the plan and thinks she's making the wrong choices and starts his own coup. Turns out, new chick was right. That plan was good. Poe looks like an asshole. That was the whole fucking story. Poe Dameron was a badass, but now he just looks like a dumbass jerk. Number 6. Luke dies and Leia lives. What the hell are they gonna do now? How the heck can Princess Leia, or General Leia, I guess, survive her ship crashing and her being launched out into space, but Luke couldn't survive a holographic FaceTime battle with Kylo Ren? What the hell? Come on. There is no redemption in his story. When he comes back to that last Resistance stronghold and stuff, and he faces Kylo Ren, you would think in the end he's gonna have like a heart-to-heart with Rey, saying like, hey, you're the key, you're the future, you are the future for the next generation of Jedis, yada yada yada. Nope. Nothing ever happens. He has a heart-to-heart with Princess Leia. That's cool. Brother and sister. I get it. No heart-to-heart with Rey. And then in the end, Rey's having a conversation with Princess Leia and was like, oh, I think Luke's gone, but I think he died in peace. Yeah, I feel like he died in peace. Was that it? Was that his whole redemption story? Are you freaking kidding me? Why did you kill off Luke? Why didn't you kill off Leia? That would have been more logical in the future of the Star Wars franchise. Other than problems that I found in The Last Jedi, I wanted to go over some of the plot holes that I found from just watching The Force Awakens and then going into The Last Jedi. The Skywalker lightsaber. In The Force Awakens, Rey touched it and went on a psychedelic journey about the past. She sees like Kylo Ren stabbing someone right in the back with his lightsaber, and you see like Kylo Ren in the rain facing someone, and there's the Knights of Ren in the background. Where the fuck are the Knights of Ren? What was this explanation about? And it was raining in The Force Awakens. In The Last Jedi, they talk about like Luke waking up, coming out of all the rubble, and everything's on fire. Rain, fire. What the heck? Why? I don't get it. Another thing that I was so excited about with The Last Jedi was in the end of The Force Awakens, Snoke was like, bring Kylo Ren to me. It's time to finish his training. And I was like, yes, The Last Jedi is going to have Snoke training Kylo Ren in the dark side, and it's going to have Luke training Rey in the light side. And then they're going to like have an epic lightsaber battle with them honing their skills on both the light and dark side and stuff. They're going to be super awesome. Nope, nothing ever happened like that. They never had Kylo Ren training with Snoke. Literally, Rey waved around her lightsaber a couple of times, and Luke just watched. I was like, time to go suck on that big alien's milk tit now. And yes, there's a big pair of alien tits that Luke drinks milk out of. You know what? In addition to that, whatever happened to Kylo Ren's force-stopping powers? I thought that was super cool in The Force Awakens, where he stops something and then like Rey just like freezes like this, or like he stops a blaster and it's like stopping in the air. Did he just forget about that? He could have used it, I guess. Nope. I guess they just decided to remove that part from the next movie. Anyways, that was most of all the stuff that I had that was wrong. I was so sad about this movie because like at the end of the movie, I looked at my friend Lee. I was like, I don't know what to think. And man, I feel like they ruined it. There's so many plot holes that it wasn't a good movie. I'd have to give it, like, to be honest with you, a C. It was not good at all. I thought The Force Awakens was good. It was a good like refresher. Yeah, it had some stuff from the New Hope, like kind of like transition into like a new type of movie, but it was still good. This one had a lot of unsatisfactory answers. I think that's a good way of putting it. All the answers that I had about Rey's parents, about the balance between the Force, about the connection between Kylo Ren and Rey, about Luke's redemption, about just everything in general. It was unsatisfactory. Like, I wasn't satisfied with any of their answers. Thanks for watching this video. I'm just a normal Star Wars fan. I am not a movie critic or anything. You can listen to my stuff. You don't have to listen. Have a good night. Watch for yourself. Bye.